Basketball fans, welcome into Canada's home for Talking Hoops. This is the Hangout. I am Akil Augustine. As always, I got three folks ready to spit game with me here on the couch, live from, what is the name of this studio? We just call it Dome Productions? Is that what we're going to go with?
Yeah. The Hangout.
Okay.
Hangout studio.
All right, okay. Well, let's jump into it. Of course, at the end of the couches, we have the producer of the Toronto Raptors broadcast, Dan Gladman. We have one of the most well-known and respected newsmen in the country, and that is, of course, Dwight Drummond. And we try to do our best to develop players. We're in player development. And I've been watching this young lady climb the ranks. Right now, we got Sija Liu. Welcome to the family, Sija.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here with all you media giants of Toronto.
All right.
We like her already. That's good.
Yeah, man, we like her.
Let's get this thing started, though. Last night, Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, big game. Let's not focus on, I know you want to congratulate your Raptors, but let's not focus on them. Let's talk about the big story in the NBA, and that is the Boston Celtics. So what's more concerning for you, how they played on the court or what you heard coming out of the locker room post-game? Dwight, we start with you.
I say what we didn't hear from Kyrie coming out of the locker room.
What you didn't hear, I like
He didn't
that.
say a lot. And you know what? After he said, I learned, I've matured from my time with LeBron. I'm going to be a leader now. I'm going to lead this team. Is that how you lead this team?
Yeah.
By calling out, come on now.
Well, reporter Jay King covering the Celtics said Kyrie wasn't too talkative to us tonight on how to fix taking defensive shortcuts. I don't know. It's up to Brad. Ooh, really passing the buck, eh? On Marcus Smith's diagnosis that the Celtics aren't playing together. I mean, that's Marcus's opinion. I respect it. Is it Kyrie's opinion too? Silence. Wow, reporters really having a field day when the players aren't talking. This guy's tweets loaded with stuff with Sajia. Walking away from that situation post-game with Morris's comments and Smart's comments and Kyrie's lack of comments. What are you thinking about the Celtics team?
Celtics fan.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, I think they went into the season with so much expectations because last year they did amazing, making to the Eastern Conference
Without
Final.
Kyrie.
Without Kyrie.
And
Horford. And then this year, just not doing good. And then speaking about yesterday after the game, even with Kyrie, when you're asking him those questions, he could have easily just said, yeah, I really don't think we have team chemistry right now because, I mean, everyone can see that. He could have just said, oh, yeah, we don't see it. But instead, he's going to say, oh, no, that's Marcus Smart's opinion.
That's the maturity.
Right? So I think that says a lot.
That's the maturity you were talking about. Dan Gladman, we haven't heard from you yet on this subject.
Well, look, I'll go to your original question, and I'm not concerned by what they're saying or not they're saying. That's for people like us,
like you,
media giant, media midget over here.
Whatever.
But what we're seeing is
that's ugly basketball.
We're seeing their lack of chemistry and cohesion.
Need the ball. Yeah.
It's carrying over onto the court, and they lost their fourth in a row Wednesday night against Portland. And they're having a lot of issues, and it looks like right now they could finish in fifth. They might not get home court advantage in the first round, and they could have an opponent like Philadelphia or Indiana. They might not get out of the first round this year. The whole problem.
Okay. I don't think they will either.
Well, my follow-up, Dan, I'll start with you. My follow-up was, we came into this league expecting Boston versus Toronto with the Eastern Conference Final. Do you still believe the case that could potentially be a final? And you're saying right now, no.
Absolutely not. There's no way I can, with any authority or any confidence, think that Boston is going to get to the Eastern Conference Final. I do think the Raptors will, but Boston won't.
As a fan of the Celtics, are you giving up on your squad, or do you think they can?
I am, because it's all about...
You've given up?
I've given up.
Whoa, okay.
Honestly, they've had a lot of highs and lows this season, but yesterday, they just hit a new low.
That was the breaking point.
They hit a new low. And after the game, Brad Stevens, he said, oh, yeah, it's reality. We're taking shortcuts on defense, everything. So I think at one point, people always say, oh, there's more time, after the All-Star break. But there's only, 20 games left?
Time is 5 nights right now.
And they're not playing together. Marcus Smart is right. They are not playing together, and their leader is not leading them.
Disappointing. Let's jump back a little bit in time. A big event happened in the Raptors' history that I think we should address, and that was, of course, the return of DeMar DeRozan. We didn't get a chance to talk about it here on the Hangout, so I will throw it to you guys. Please finish this sentence. DeMar DeRozan's return was blank. Sija.
Emotional.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll ask you to expand afterwards, but I want to get everyone's answer.
The return was DeMarian.
DeMarian!
Because at the end of the game, he does what DeMar does.
Wow, shots fired. Dan Gladman.
Well, it was historic.
Okay, you actually played my game. Now
I'll play your games, Akil.
Okay, sometimes. Okay, first off, I'm asking you to defend it. Why do you mean historic? What was historic about it?
It's a moment that, if you follow the Toronto Raptors, specifically as a Raptors fan, you're not going to forget anytime soon. It kind of bookended, it closed this era of DeMar DeRozan.
Greatest Raptor ever?
100%.
All right,
I don't disagree with that.
Well, I think it's emotional because, no offense, back in the day, not a lot of players wanted to come to Toronto. You know, it's not really an attractive market for players. But DeMar, he wanted to stay with us.
That's
he was
the
here
ultimate differentiator.
All 9 years, and it wasn't even his choice to leave, right? So I think the Toronto fan base and Canada really felt that when he came back.
Oh, he felt it more than anybody else, though, and he's made it obvious.
And he loved us.
Yeah.
But at the end of the games, especially in playoffs, you can't dribble the ball off your foot. You can't keep turning over the ball. And exactly why I think we traded this great player, he showed that at the end of the game, when Kawhi went down, the game's on the line, and Kawhi got a dunk.
Why was the ball in his hands at the end of the game?
And if I'm a coach,
guard.
The Spurs have had a
Patty
tremendous
Mills?
amount of injuries at the point guard spot, and I guess they don't trust those guys. But hold on. That already happened. Let me just talk about something else that we need to talk about. I need to get your opinions on the moves. Gasol, Lin, in addressing submissions for the Raptors. Do you like it, Dwight?
I do like it. I do like it.
JV out. How are they fitting in?
You know what? And I love JV too. So I am missing him. But Gasol's a great addition, man. He can shoot the three. He plays D. Like, there's nothing.
We haven't seen the three yet from him yet. What we've mostly seen from
he
him
shot some
is
threes.
Yeah, he hit one
Yeah,
against.
Yeah, he hit
No,
one.
but-
I don't think we traded for one.
can I-
His passing
make
is going to
passes
be
good?
a big contribution to this team, especially because I think Nick Nurse said it, because he's been able to do those pick and rolls, and that really opens up more opportunities for Kawhi, the Siakam,
great
Lowry,
screen.
you know?
Can I make a
Go ahead, go
comparison?
ahead.
And y'all are pretty young. You might not remember, but you.
I know.
I remember, yes.
I probably don't remember.
Remember who the Detroit Pistons acquired near the trade deadline
Mark
in
Aguilar?
2004?
Mark
McGuire? No.
No, that was the Bad Boys.
Okay.
Yes, I am really
How
short
old
of
I
my
am.
age. Yeah.
Touch me though. You thought we were young. That's the biggest.
Microwave. Like,
Yeah, the microwave. That's the biggest trade deadline deal.
Yeah, who?
Tony Johnson was already there. Rasheed Wallace. Now, I'm not comparing Gasol to Rasheed Wallace as in terms of players, but Rasheed was a glue guy. He came in with the skills of a superstar, but could put that aside to do what was needed for the team. I think he was even, I guess he was a starter for that team. He wasn't really a sixth man.
No, he was a starter.
Marc Gasol comes in with a basketball IQ and a determination to help this team to his own sacrifice. He's not scoring points, but he's getting assists and rebounds. He is a huge acquisition.
All right, another quick hitter for you. I'll start with you, CJ. Is it time to forego load management with Kawhi in order for this group to get some reps together? Yes or no?
No, absolutely not.
Heck
You
no.
see what happened to the Raptors last year when they did
Heck
good in the
no.
regular season and then terrible in the playoffs?
But
It's
do
all
they
about
have
the
some
playoffs.
kind of? Okay, so are we all in agreement? Yeah. No.
Heck yeah.
Everything they're doing with the Kawhi load management, I would do the exact same thing.
What about cohesion? Are they trending in the right direction for you? Do you
They
think
got
have
plenty
enough
of that.
reps to get
I
there?
think
Plenty
they
of
have
that.
enough.
And
They have the second
only
best
care
record
about
in the league.
playoffs.
They
We
have
only
tons
care
of
about the
cohesion.
playoffs.
Yeah.
We've
Okay,
had
all
regular
right.
season success.
Unanimous.
Yep.
The
Playoffs.
judges have spoken. Shouts out to Judge
All about
Tycho,
the
by the
Fans
way.
from all the judges.
Still more to come here on Canada's Home for Talking Hoops. When we return, we got to talk about the debacle that is LeBron's Los Angeles Lakers. That face says it all.
Same look. The same look
That's
right
me
there.
on my couch at 10:30 at night watching the Lakers. That's me at midnight watching the Lakers. It's all bad. And that's me at 1 a.m. going to bed after watching the Lakers. And that's me waking up in the morning thinking about the Lakers. Hangout!